and today I'm here to bring you my August TBR. Not gonna lie, this month is a little ambitious, but honestly, I really think I can do it. Yeah, I'm moving, but not till the middle of the month, so I really have 2 weeks of like my entire life's packed up and I won't have a car to basically lock myself in a room and read. So that's kind of my plan. I'll let you know how it goes. We'll have updates. But yes, without further ado, let's just go ahead and dive right in. First book I'm going to talk about is the Proustopia book club pick of the month for the month of August. And I'm so excited about this because I talked about it in my July book haul and you guys can be excited about it too, and it was kind of like testing the waters to see if you'd be interested. Because this month we are reading The Last Magician by Lisa Maxwell. One of my most anticipated books of the year, and Sasha's also super pumped about this, so we're both very excited to read and talk about it. This is a new release YA fantasy story. It's set in modern day New York where magic is all but dead and extinct. However, there's still magicians and magic that kind of hides away in the shadows. Our main character, Esta, is a talented thief who basically steals and sells magical artifacts. She gets wrapped up in a lot of magical who knows, and then kind of the whole book unravels from there. I've heard really good things about this. I absolutely love YA fantasy, as you know, and I'm super excited that this is going to be our book club pick of the month for August. So hopefully you guys pick it up and read along with us. It's gonna be a grand old time. The next book I'm gonna read this month was sent to me for review by HMH Teen, who I'm working with for this video, and that is Sparks of Light by Janet B. Taylor. This is the sequel to Into the Dim, which is a YA time travel story following our main character Hope, who at the beginning of this book, her mother tragically passes away or goes missing. She then has to move back to her mother's historic town in Scotland, where she discovers that her family, including her mother, was a part of a secret time traveling society. And then she discovers that her mother's actually stuck in the 12th century and she has to save her. That's right, history, time traveling, they're kind of like my favorite things always. Plus Scotland is not a bad draw either. I read the first book a few years ago when it came out. It also ended on quite the cliffhanger, so I'm excited to jump into the sequel. Next book on my list is The Gentleman's Guide to Vice and Virtue by Mackenzie Lee. I've heard so many fantastic things about this. I also feel like this book is hilarious and is going to be a great escape from reality, which I feel like I kind of need in August. This is a historical fiction novel that has a bit of whimsy and humor to it. It follows our main character who's been jumping between boarding schools. Basically, they've been teaching him to curb his roguish ways, you know, stay away from ladies, stay away from gambling. I don't think he's doing any of that. I'm also interested in perhaps trying the audiobook to this as well as I do my drive from Texas to Chicago, but nonetheless, I really hope to get to this book this month. Next book I want to read is Exit West by Mohsin Hamid. This is a book that I've heard fantastic things about and I bought a while ago and I've been meaning to read and I haven't picked it up. It's also very, very short, so I feel like this would be a wonderful, impactful short read. This is a story that follows a journey of 2 young people who meet and fall in love in their country that is on the brink of civil war. When the unrest boils over and things are no longer safe, they decide that they must run away and basically escape west. This is that story of these 2 remarkable young people making that journey. I've heard, again, amazing things about this book. This is a story that just seems very poignant in these times, and I'm just excited to pick this up. The next book I plan to pick up was sent to me for review by Macmillan, and that book is I Hate Everyone But You by Gabby Dunn and Allison Rayskin. The authors of this book are actually YouTubers, and normally I like to stray away from YouTuber books, but I'm actually very jazzed about this story. These 2 people run the YouTube channel Just Between Us, which is a comedy skit channel, and they're absolutely hilarious. They just like write all these skits. Comedic sketch comedy always makes me laugh, and so I really feel like that's gonna translate really well into a YA novel. This is a story about 2 best friends who are now freshmen in college. However, they now live on the opposite sides of the country, on 2 different coasts, and this story is about them keeping in touch. It is told through text messages and emails, an unusual format like that. I actually really enjoy formats like this. I read a book, Gina and Finn, which had a very similar format and I loved, as well as Illuminate, which is a bit more sci-fi, but similar in idea. And I always actually think it works. It adds a nice touch, so I'm excited to see how that works out. I feel like this book is going to be absolutely hilarious if I had to guess, just based on their YouTube channel content, which I love. So I'm really excited to read this, and I will tell you guys what I think at the end of the month. The next book on my list is Like A River Glorious by Ray Carson. This is the second book to the Walk on Earth a Stranger, which I read the first one last month. I'm trying to get better about consistently finishing series so I don't end up like 2 years between books. Like I mentioned in my wrap up, I really enjoyed the first one. It follows our main character Lee, who lives in the 1800s America, and she has the ability to sense gold. So when the California gold rush happens and a few very unfortunate things happen at home. She decides to flee west. The first book follows her journey there, and this book is going to follow her journey in California, and I'm really excited. I really enjoyed the first one. It left on a very interesting note, so I'm excited to see where it goes from there. And the last book that is on my list is The Thief by Megan Wallen Turner. This is a book that I've actually already read, so this would be a reread for me. Having such good luck rereading fantasy series from like my youth that I just want to keep the train rolling. This follows our main character Jen, who is able to basically steal anything, and eventually he is recruited by the king or the kingdom to steal things for the crown. He then gets wrapped up in a lot of political intrigue and things go from there. I really enjoyed this first one. I'm really excited to see like a new perspective on it. It's been a very long time since I've read this, and then I want to continue on with the series. So yes. Alrighty guys, that is my August TBR. Let me know down below what book you're most excited to read soon, as I would love to know, and I will see you soon with another video soon. Goodbye!